Marvel's Spider-Man, developed by Insomniac Games, is an action-adventure that keeps you on your toes, or off them, swinging a lot. Not that that's a bad thing, considering it was pulled off pretty damn well. You play as 23-year-old Peter Parker, who's had some years of Spider-Man under his belt, something that sets this game apart from the usual Spider-Man stories we're accustomed to. You take control of a Peter Parker who's already experienced getting bit by the spider who gave him his powers, the death of Uncle Ben, and his initial awkward beginnings as he learns to control his newfound abilities. You'd think he'd be able to afford his rent, being a superhero and all. They skip through the bullshit and get us straight to the story they want to tell. This time around, you find yourself as Dr. Octavius' assistant, working alongside him as you create cutting-edge prosthetics. Nothing nefarious there. Things begin to really pick up as you and Mary Jane investigate a secret project called Devil's Breath, leading to the accumulation of the Sinister Six. And yes, before you ask, the web swinging is amazing, although admittedly it took a little bit of getting used to. But after a bit of practice, navigating becomes pretty second nature and you're off to the races. You can't throw your white goo into the air and expect to keep moving like old Spider-Man games. You'll need to be cautious of your surroundings if you want to traverse effectively. Swinging, dashing, wall running, and everything else in between feels incredibly smooth and enjoyable enough that I never felt the need to fast travel even once. Combat is flavored with 3 skill trees, each adding an additional oomph to your wicked combos. An arrangement of tech will unlock as you progress through the story that will add to your sticky arsenal.
Can't read this. Should have brought my glasses.
Awesome.
A variety of suits will also unlock that will allow you to change your appearance, as well as a special ability you can choose to enhance your playstyle. And a focus system will fill gradually during combat that will let you heal yourself or unleash one of many devastating finishers. Webs do pretty much what you'd expect them to. Shoot enough at the perp and they'll begin to look like a chick in Ubukak. You know what? Never mind. Stealth missions feel reminiscent of Batman Arkham Asylum as you stalk your prey from above or from the ground when playing as Mary Jane or Miles Morales. When you're not fighting various crimes, challenges, or side quests, of which there are plenty, Insomniac scattered 50 collectibles around NYC, each with a tiny bit of lore. The world Insomniac created feels like it was crafted with love. It feels lively and authentic.
Check out my moves!
However, despite getting so much right, Spider-Man missed its mark in a few aspects. Boss fights tended to feel pretty underwhelming considering you're fighting some of the most well-known supervillains in the Spidey universe. Each basically boiled down to stun your opponent, perform a finisher, dodge, stun, perform the same finisher, dodge, repeat, over and over. The world begins to feel very video gamey after a dozen hours in, and they fail to reinvent any portion of the wheel. There isn't a large variety of crime to solve, and the challenges aren't unique. The world opens via communication towers that you just scramble in overdone Assassin's Creed fashion. Most disappointingly, the main story fails to utilize most of the dynamic supervillains, and it doesn't pick up until halfway through. Despite the downsides, the game feels extraordinarily polished and is well worth the purchase if you're even the slightest Spider-Man fan. Marvel's Spider-Man gets 4 stars out of 5.
You have no idea what you're in for.